Good night, everybody. We are back at it again with another video. If you're here for the first time, my name is Kel, aka Collection Closet. I'm a full-time reseller. Been full-time reseller for the past about 3 years now on platforms like eBay and whatnot. We've done over $1 million of business within that short 3-year span. Have sold almost 100,000 items on whatnot alone. But today, as you see, it is dark out. It is actually 10:59 p.m. We actually just drove from Orlando, where our warehouse is, back home to Tampa, dropped off the wifey, and we are on the way to Zephyr Hills, Florida right now, from Tampa to Zephyr Hills, which is about another 40-minute drive to go do a meetup. We ended up getting a lead who has about 1,000 video games to sell. So we're headed there now, 11 p.m. at night, 40-minute drive out in the middle of nowhere to pick up 1,000 games to flip. And we actually already have a buyer lined up for this flip. So tonight, of course, we're going. Hopefully everything looks good, picking up all the games. And then tomorrow, when we go back to Orlando, we should already have a buyer lined up for all the games. So I'm going to take you guys along with us for this meetup in this buyout, and hopefully everything goes well and we can do a quick flip tomorrow for you guys. So without further ado, let's get on the road, let's get there, and let's pick up these games. I kid you not, y'all, we're literally driving in the middle of nowhere, no street lights or nothing. But we did it, y'all. We ended up picking up the entire lot. Well, actually, not the entire lot. We picked up everything we wanted. We left back all the sports games, but they were perfectly okay with that. It's not the bags you see behind me. That was just stuff that we had in the trunk closed that we hadn't taken out of the car yet from Goodwill. But you see the box there. There's also a ton of stuff in the trunk. So we ended up getting, I believe, 961 games in total. So just shy of 1,000. Really happy with the buyout. Pretty much already have a buyer for all of this tomorrow. We do have a guy that we sell a lot of our lower end games to, who buys them all out for about $3 a piece. So we should be making about $1 a piece profit, which should be just shy of $1,000 in profit overnight, literally overnight, 960 bucks. So of course we're gonna get some footage of that for tomorrow. But for now, let me not hit a deer, because I've seen so many wild deer on this road since driving back home. So let's make sure we get home safe, and then we'll catch back with you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, peeps. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It is a new day. It is the next day. We got the car packed up, ready to go. We're headed back to Orlando, back to the warehouse. I'm gonna drop off, show you guys all of the games we ended up getting yesterday from that buyout, as well as gonna probably hit the bins when we get to Orlando as well. So without further ado, let's get on the road. Let's get to Orlando. And we have made it. It's about, I believe, like a 1:20 in the afternoon. We are here now, walking into the Orlando Tav Island bins. We're gonna head here until probably the last rotation of the day, which is usually about like 3:30, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. From here, warehouse, where we'll go over all the games we ended up getting yesterday. But for now, let's find some items. Let's go. All right, so it looks like they're just finishing up with their lunch break. So they're just now starting to bring out some new bins. So kind of going around through the old stuff and see if you can pick up any scraps. The first rotation of the day, looking pretty bare.
All right, so finish up all the rotations for the day. We end up getting these 2 bags, Michael Kors, Coach, a few hats, some old Nike one here. Highlight of the day is gonna be this Lululemon Define jacket. Best piece of the day so far. Not much, but we'll take what we can get.
Hello, mate. So made it back to the warehouse. We're gonna set up all the games right here on this black table to kind of show you all exactly what we ended up getting. All right, so I'm coming into a wee bit of a problem. As you see, I'm starting to stack everything on the back side of the table. I don't want to stack it too tall so it'll fall over, especially it's a little windy out right now. But if I keep stacking like a new stack in front of it, you're not gonna see these titles. And the problem with that is we have all that, as you saw, but there's still all these games back here to try to put out there for you guys. So I'm gonna try my best. All right, so I've came up, if we do like a 360 view, like the outside of the titles all around the outside of their table, maybe we could get them all in here. I don't know, we're gonna try it.
All right, so the buyer ended up coming early before I was even done setting everything up. So just trying to give you guys a little like panoramic view, a little quick view of the different titles I was able to get set up on the table already. If you guys can feel free to pause the video anytime if you want to kind of really look through all the different titles we got. It's a lot of lower end games, you know, nothing crazy, nothing of too high value in any of this here. Just some lower end bread and butter stuff that we pick up for this. We have a couple specific buyers that buy these lower end games for a couple bucks a piece, whether they bundle it with consoles and sell it as like a bundle, or whether they just run them on Whatnot Lives. But yeah, quite a lot of games, a lot of different variations through different systems.
All right, y'all, so update, it is now about 9:45. Buddy got here about 7:45, so he was here for about 2 hours, and we were going through all the games, negotiating, going back and forth and stuff like that, and trying to figure out, you know, what we would do for, you know, what we're able to come up with. And so he ended up getting 476 out of all the games, so he left about half the games behind. Obviously, which was not ideal. Ideal was, of course, him taking everything. There was some, I think some of the music and dance games that he left behind due to religious purposes. He doesn't buy those, which I completely understand. But there was a bunch of other ones that were neither of those that he left behind as well, which is not typical with this buyer. It kind of threw me off guard, but it is what it is. He ended up buying 476 of the games, and we also, you can walk over to the car. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Let's go to the trash over there. With the 476 games, he gave me partial cash, and we also did a trade for a bunch of sealed Lego. There's some there on the ground, some really nice Star Wars ones, a really nice Lord of the Rings one there. I think that one goes for almost about 400 bucks on the resale market. So a good little trade. So in total, he gave me $1,100 in cash for 476 games, plus all those sealed Lego sets, which the rough value of all those sets plus the cash should bring us about $1,900, which is pretty much what we paid for everything for all the games. So not only did we pretty much, let's say, break even, obviously, once we sell the Lego, plus the cash he gave us, but we have all these games here in the trunk that he did not pick up. Again, another almost double amount of games, another 400 or 500 games here in the back. That is all essentially going to be profit. So what we're thinking of doing, since this meetup took a lot longer than expected, and we're not doing a normal clothing live, I'm thinking we're going to bring these games back to the house, and we're going to do a game live, a random pop-up game live on Whatnot. $1 starts. Let all those games fly, and we'll see what we end up coming out with at the end for all those games. So let's get in the car. Let's get home.
All right, so just finished up doing the Whatnot Live. These ones down here is just a pile of all the games we ended up selling. And we still have all these games here up top on this side and in these boxes as well. All right, so we finally finished. We started the live at 10:30 p.m. Just finished it a little bit ago at 12:30 p.m. So 2-hour live. We did 200, I believe, 29 items with 10 giveaways. So total of 239 orders. We ended up doing a gross sale of $909. So again, 229 items. So we still have another like 200 more items that we didn't end up selling or didn't even run just because of time. It was already getting late. So that was, you know, great. Can't complain with that. 200, a little bit over 200 items down tonight. Another $900 in our pocket, you know, plus the original $1,100 we got earlier in cash. Pretty much puts us, after fees, puts us at break even on the games. And that doesn't include the value that we're getting from the sealed Lego sets, which we're going to start listing those tomorrow. So those will all go up listed tomorrow on the eBay. Those ones, a few of them should be quick sales as they have a pretty good sell through. But all in all, great buy, great day. Can't go wrong with it. Again, still 200 more games to go to still sell. So we're definitely way in the green with this buyout. If you like this kind of video, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. Let us know if you want to see more of us going out and about, finding some deals and flipping it. I was trying to get more of the footage of, you know, breaking down exactly what we ended up getting instead of that quick little like pan through. But like I was saying earlier, the buyer got there a lot earlier as I was trying to set up, so I couldn't really try to film, you know, everything that we ended up getting because he was already there to buy. So until next time, y'all, keep on keeping on, turning a dollar to a dream, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.